How's it? Today is Friday, March 24th. It is a big Friday, and contrary to what I thought I was going to be doing, I'm actually pushing weights today. Today is going for 103 snatch for 3 singles, clean and jerk, 128 for 3 singles. I did 100 last week for 3, missed one of them. Did 125 for 4 last week. Um, this week I thought I was going to be deloading on Friday. I talked with Steve on Monday, right? So Monday was a deload as far as that goes. Last Monday, so not this past week, but on the 13th. 13th was it? I don't know. That day I did block snatches. I did 110, which is the most I've ever snatched from any position ever for any variation. Um, and then this Monday I did not do that. I didn't do any block stuff. I did a lot of power work. So I did power plus hang full, snatch, power plus hang clean, plus power jerk. So that's what I did on Monday. It was pretty light. I did 80. I was honestly surprised that 80 power snatches moving the way it was. And then I did Wednesday. So going back to Monday. Monday, I talked with Steve about deloading the whole week, but I also wanted to continue pushing my strength stuff. So Wednesday, squats are nearing all-time PRs for volume. Um, this week was 149. I didn't do super well on that. And then I wanted to push the Saturday lift. So tomorrow's lift for deadlift because I'm almost, again, in that all-time PR range. So I'm very, very excited about that. But he said, okay, Monday and Friday will be a deload. That is not at all what is happening today. As you can see, I'm going for 103. Side note, all of my warm-ups today from 60 to 90 were solid. I am very happy with the way that I was moving. My extension through my hips and legs came a lot more prominently versus pulling with my arms up until this moment right here. Failed at 95. I come back, I reattempt 95. And then fucking shit hits the fan real hard. I go to 100 here. This is supposed to be my last warm up, but what ends up happening is I actually fail this a shit ton of times, like a lot. Um, Today between the weights 100 and 103, that 4 kilo split, I made 2 out of 16 lifts. 2 out of 16. I I mean that's a PR for the amount of misses I've ever had. Never had that many misses. I've never had that many attempts. But there is some rationale. I took my jacket off here and then I went up 1 kilo because I thought I could do it and didn't. I wasn't able to. There is some rationale behind me continuing to try. I wouldn't have tried these lifts if I wasn't as close to actually making the lifts with every single rep. Like that right there, the seventh fail. That's a made lift on most days. For whatever reason, I decided to go up again. And again, these are all just frustratingly close. But I was like, okay, I have it in my head that I'm going to be able to make them. This is the first make. So this is 102. It's still not even 103 yet. I go to 103 after this one. And I continue to fail. I made the last attempt on my 16th try. Yeah, I think a lot of it is me being really stubborn and being frustrated with how I was lifting. It felt like I was lifting like a beginner lifter because beginning lifters tend to do this type of thing where they just can't let go of the miss and they'll just continue trying over and over until eventually they get hurt or they can't do it. But I felt like I needed to do this to prove myself, to prove a point to myself. And, you know, each of these attempts in some reason, some way, getting closer and closer to the actual lifts. One thing that I was thinking about as I was watching the videos back was at extension. Um, my chest for the beginning couple ones was not like pointed upwards, and then towards the end, I was like, okay, my chest is okay in at extension. I just need to pull my elbows a little bit harder, a little bit higher, a little bit further back. Here's my last attempt, and as frustrating as it is to go 2 for 16, I I am oddly in a good mental spot. I didn't have a meltdown. I didn't have a breakdown. I mean, aside from me just being stubborn enough to continue trying, I didn't melt down to the point where I was just like I couldn't be talked to, or I just had like a catastrophic like breakdown. I just had a lot of misses today. I was in pretty good spirits moving on to the clean and jerks, even though I spent well over an hour at my top weight for my snatches, like well over an hour. And then yeah, for a clean and jerk, I warmed up really quickly up to 128. I went 60, 100, 120, all in a 2 minute span. And then I went 128 for my three singles. I was actually gonna just do two singles because this first one was so hard. I think overall, like, it moved well. I just felt like I was so tired that it probably was a good idea to call it there, but I didn't. I ended up doing the three because this second one was just god awful. Look at that. I don't know what's going on here. There was no extension, and then I was a little bit behind the bar, so kind of fixing it at the bottom was laborious, to say the least. And then here's me thinking, I gotta do a third one, don't I? And here's that one. I think one thing that is worth noting that I actually didn't mention earlier is my upper back and my mid back for when I woke up at least was experiencing an excessive amount of DOMs. I wasn't like really limber in my thoracic back. It was very tight. I don't know what it was from, and I am 100% sure that that was what was impeding my ability to lock out overhead. But at the end of the day, I'm not gonna blame that. I don't have that as an excuse. I think that overall I just fucking sucked today. I I don't like to make excuses for stuff like that. If I had warmed up better, then that probably would not have been an issue. If I was more, if I was better on my technique, that definitely would not have been an issue. But it is something that I was dealing with, and I think for myself moving forward, note to self, warm up better, upper back, stretch that a little bit more, if it ever feels like that ever again, so you don't go 2 for 16 ever again. Um, that's it for today. Thank you for watching. Shoots.